Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out another one of my videos. My name is David, and today we're going to be talking about how to set your goals for success. Now before I start, I want to mention that I don't know exactly how this video is going to be broken down. This will either become a playlist with each step being divided depending on how long this video is, or one we might do is have to basically break it up a little bit or have one big video and break it down on the website. So if you've been to the mechnation.com website, which I'll have links down below, check that out. There is a link to go to a articles tab, and there you'll see basically how to set goals for success article. So that article is basically what we'll be talking about today, but I'm going to be breaking it down into a video format. Cool, so the first step that we have, and the first biggest, basically this is the biggest sort of step of the 6 steps to achieving goals. So if you read the article, basically we know that there's 6 steps. All right, the first one is very simple. You have to decide. So what do I mean by decide? So I want you to decide on what goals you actually want to achieve, and basically why you want to achieve them. So really quickly here for this side, really big, huge thing that you got to do is you got to have huge goals. All right? This is the most important part of all. You need to have huge goals. Cool? So these goals, these ideas, these things you decide on, dude, they have to be massive. Make them massive. All right? You want to make them huge and massive, so huge that it's impossible. I mean, if you want to know, if you watch the Machination live stream and basically went to the group page, you already know that 7.5 billion is the number of people I want to impact. That's everyone on this planet right now. 7.5 billion people is my goal, is my legacy to impact these people. That's my goal. Now I know I'm not going to achieve this goal in probably my lifetime, but my legacy will help me achieve this goal. All right? So these goals have to be massive. They could be legacy goals, which just basically means that they live on right after you pass away, they're still going. Or they could just be as massive as, hey, like I want to own 6,000 units of real estate. You know, I want to make $1 million a year or a month or a day or an hour. Hopefully you can see that low. But yeah, like they have to be massive. Try to stay away a little bit from the money goals, but you know, it could be something that say, hey, I just want to weigh 200 pounds by the end of the year. Boom. All right, so decide on what kind of goal that you want. This is the biggest step. This should be the longest step for most people. Because most people don't even know what kind of goals they want to achieve in their life. So it's a little depressing, it's a little sad. So my recommendations for this is this. Go to a quiet place, sit down, close your eyes, just basically meditate, deep breaths, and think about what you want in life. Decide what you want your life to be, what kind of goals you want to achieve and succeed. All right, so that was the biggest one of the steps. The second step is a little bit easier. This one, all you're doing is setting a timeline. Yep, that's right. You just get set a timeline. Put a date on your goal. So let's say that I want to weigh 200 pounds. Cool? And I always put I weigh 200 pounds. Put this in present tense, not in the future. This has to be right now. Right now, I am 200 pounds. I am a millionaire. I have written 10 books. I haven't done all those, but this way, psychology, your brain, the way that your brain works, your brain sees that and starts opening up opportunities, all right? So it's important to put the I in front of that. I am already. I am a millionaire. I have written 10 best-selling books. Doesn't matter. So I weigh 200 pounds. And then here, by, let's say, December 31st of 2019. All right? end of the year. Cool? This way, you have a set time that you want to achieve your goal. You know when you want to achieve your goal, and you're getting yourself into that. So, okay, now I know that I have that date. What am I going to do next? All right? Cool. So now that we have the second step, which was set goals, all right? We have the first step, decide. Second step, let's get rid of this too, set a timeline. The third step is to do this. We are going to break it down. What do I mean by that? Simple. We're going to break our goal down into smaller goals, into smaller bits and pieces and chunks. So we have a playbook and we have a roadmap to how we're going to achieve that massive goal. That's why I want you guys to think of massive, massive, massive goals, right? Because these massive goals, you could break them down easily then. So let's go with something like, I want to weigh 200 pounds, right? So like I said, I weigh, I can't spell today, look at that. I weigh 200 pounds by end of year EOY. I don't feel like spelling that whole thing out. Okay, cool. So we have that. Now we're going to break it down into smaller steps. So now we can break it down into goals. So one of my smaller goals is start going to the gym. Right? That's going to be a gym. This is going to be one of those goals. Now to break that down even more, we can start by going like, let's say 2 or 3 times a week. Cool? Once that becomes a habit, we can move that down to, 4 to 5 times a week. If you want to go every day, that works too. Now we could break this down even further and actually, talk about first off the exercise that we're doing here. So let's say here we do like 40 minutes of weight training. And then 20 minutes of cardio. Cool? You can break it up that way. This way, you go ahead, you're breaking down, you know exactly what you're going to be doing. Cool? Now, you can start going to the gym. You can start building those habits. You can go monthly. You can break it down a little bit more, talk about what you're actually going to do. You can have a schedule. You can have a day planner. Another thing you could do is diet, right? So we're going to work on that. So how can we diet? What can we do? Eat right. Right? How are we going to do that? So we're going to eat right by eating less. We could do 5 meals a day, but small portions. Now, I'm not a fitness coach, so this is just me making this up. Obviously, you want to go into really, really detail. The more detailed you are, the better and easier this is. But basically what I'm trying to get here is the fact that we're breaking this down step by step, piece by piece, how we can achieve 200 pounds. So the overall goal, we can have the overall goal of all this is to basically reach, you want to lose maybe 1 to 2 pounds a week. All right? Or a month, or whatever. This way, timeline. Okay, cool. Let's say right now it is, I don't even know what month it is. It's August. So, let's say September, right? Comes around, and we have, 4 months more to go? I believe I'm doing my month. I'm probably not doing that right. Let's say there's 4 more months to go, right? So we have 4 months before the end of the year, and let's average that by 4 weeks. So we have about 16 weeks. So we can lose between 16 to 32 pounds. We know that, right? If we weigh 200 pounds right here, or let's say right now we weigh 220. Cool. This means that it's possible to do it by the end of the year, and we probably go further, right? So break it down, know your steps, know exactly what you have to do, how much pounds you have to lose to be able to get your 200. If we weigh 280, then we might have to start losing 3 to 4 pounds a week, which, is probably not healthy for you, but again, you can do the math, you can find out that stuff. So that's the third step, breaking it down, finding all that information. Now moving on, let's take a look at the fourth step, which is also a very interesting one. And this is the one that I only recently started doing as well for myself, and has been a huge help for both me and the person I've been doing this with. All right, guys. So we're going to move on to step 4, which step 4 is to tell someone. All right. So for this step, this is something I started doing and implementing just recently. In a more, I was trying it a little bit more. I was pushing this step a lot more. So for tell someone, there's a couple things that we got think about and why to explain why it's so important. So the first thing is basically the fact that this keeps you accountable. If I could spell, this will keep you accountable because you're telling someone else. Now what I mean by tell someone else, all right? So when you tell someone, it could be your family, it could be your spouse, it could be your friends, it could be a random stranger, and even me. Guys, you can email me at davidmechuravlogs@gmail.com. It's in the description down below. You can message me on Facebook, on YouTube, leave a comment, whatever. If you want to tell me your goals, I'll go ahead and keep you accountable every week. Now, for this step, I was already doing this, right? I was telling my friends everything, my goals, but now I'm taking it a little bit further and increasing the step. And right now, what we started doing with me and my friend is something that has accelerated our success, and that's weekly calls. Weekly accountability calls is what we started doing. All right, so let me explain how we do that and the 3 different steps that we do for these calls. Very simple call, doesn't take a lot of time, and it'll definitely accelerate your success of your goals. All right, so the first step is that we go over last week's goals. So we set goals for last week, and then we go over them. We talk about, hey, here's what I achieved, here's what I didn't achieve. I'm going to tell you right now, step number 1 can either be the greatest accomplishment, or it could be your worst nightmare, because now you got to tell your friend, your family member, your spouse, me, whoever, that you failed your goal and you weren't able to achieve it. And that sucks, especially when the other person is going on and on about how he achieved every single thing he wanted to achieve that week, and you're over here not achieving. So that's going to make you work harder for next week to go ahead and achieve your goal. So this is where the accountability really kicks in. Step number 2 is brainstorming. Now, since me and my friend are business people, we have this. You guys don't have to have this. You can definitely skip this, go to step 3. But for us, we have brainstorming because we like to think about business. We have business ideas. We have personal development ideas. If we have any video ideas, or just any it doesn't even have to be brainstorming. It could be just if we need help with something or just want to talk. That right there is our section in the middle where we can talk about stuff. Now, step number 3 is we're going to set goals for next week. Now, this one is also very important in accountability. You want to make sure you're writing these goals down. What we use is sometimes we use Discord, so we'll write this goals down in Discord, so that way we can look at it at the end of the week and be like, yeah, we got these and we achieved these. And so this is very important, all right? You want to make sure you're setting goals for next week. You want to make sure you're setting them, and make sure you don't lower your goals just because you couldn't achieve them the first time. Really make sure you're setting strong, huge goals and going ahead and achieving them. Keep yourself accountable, right? So this is important, and this is so good because it doesn't take you that long. This should take you nowhere from 30 to 60 minutes. This whole process right here, all 3 steps, should take you no more than 30 to 60 minutes. And this is if you're doing brainstorming, this is if you're friendly and you guys like to talk a little bit. But if you really are packed in time, we're able to do it in 10 to 20 minutes. It's not impossible at all to make it in that short time period. All you gotta do is here, I did this, I didn't do this. Your friend goes, I didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. I did this, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So we're going to skip 2 for today, go to 3. Here's what I got planned for next week. Boom, boom, boom. And in 10 minutes, you're done. Simple, fast, right? But you keep yourself accountable. You're telling someone, you're feeling the pressure of having to do it because now you told someone and you don't want to disappoint yourself and the other person. You don't want to tell the other person that you failed because no one wants to tell someone else that they failed on something. So this is a great way to do your accountability calls, your weekly calls. This has personally helped me increase my goal completion, increase my productivity, and it's just been immense amount of effort and work put into this. So definitely, guys, check this out. This is one of the most important steps, and this is the most important part of this step number 4 of telling someone. All right, guys, so we'll get this go, and let's move on to step number 5. All right, guys, step number 5 is keep going. I know this step is like, dude, come on, David. We know this. That's something you don't have to tell us. And you're right. But it's still important because still people give up. People don't keep going. I'll tell you right now, every single time I felt like every single time that I felt like giving up, I just kept going. I pushed 1 or 2 times more, got back up, and guess what? I achieved it. Doors opened up. So don't give up. If you fail the first time, the second time, just keep going. Keep going. It doesn't matter. Even if your goal is so huge, so long, it's possible, just keep going. Fully commit to that goal, all right? Be committed to that goal. Do crazy things. If your goal requires you to go to different seminars, different events, different places, man, buy those tickets, buy those seminars, buy those events. Figure everything out later, but keep on going. This is the most important step. This is one of the most important steps. Besides number 1, where you decide, this one will really determine if you can achieve and succeed through your goals. All right? So, great way to keep going. Email me. Let me just make sure I do this right. All right? DavidMechura@gmail.com is my email for YouTube. Check out my YouTube videos. Check out other people's YouTube videos. Great one. Check out the Mech Nation on Facebook or our website. Watch. Be entertained. Keep these videos, keep these audios, keep all these entertainment and all these posts. Keep looking at them so you can get motivation. You can be inspired. Interact with these people. Tell people, keep going. Don't give up no matter what. Look, you want motivation, you want to be inspired. Your goal should be so huge that you're inspired by your goal. But if not, because we have those days, pick up a book. Watch a motivational, inspirational video on YouTube. Man, do something to keep yourself from stopping. Just keep going because you are so close to achieving your goal. But if you stop, you will never achieve anything. You'll be in the same place, the same position you are now. Or you were a little bit a while ago, but you're not gonna keep going. You're not gonna move forward. So if you're not gonna keep going, just why would you spend 4 steps saying all this up if you're not gonna keep going? Man, keep going with your goals. Keep achieving it because it's possible, man. It's possible. By December time, I want to have over 200 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, you know what? Probably over 1,000 LinkedIn followers by December time. For the Mech Nation, dude, I want over 1,000 people on that by December time. That's my goals. I don't know how I'm going to achieve that yet, but I'm going to achieve it. Or I'm going to die trying. I'm going to keep going. All right? I'm going to keep going because I know this is a reality. This is something that's possible. This is something that I can start making achievements with, but you got to keep on going. Doesn't matter what your goal is. Set it. If it seems impossible to you, great. Set it, put a day on it, and keep on going because you will be able to achieve it. Just keep on going. With that, guys, let's move on to the last and final step. Step number 6, which is a very, very uncommon, but also very, very important step. So let's talk about that. All right, so step number 6 is to celebrate. So for this one, I was going to do a little firework, confetti, but I was like, I'm not going to mess up my house. Sorry, guys, I love you, but not that much. So celebrate. All right. For this one, it's very important. This is not something you really hear all the time when you're looking at how to set goals, but this is a very important step and something that I'm still trying to get used to. So what I mean by celebrate, don't celebrate your huge goal. Celebrate every single small goal that you achieve. All right? You want to be celebrating every small goal you achieve. Celebrate, man. Do whatever you need to. If it's, I'm going to celebrate by taking an hour break and I'm going to go play a video game, or I'm going to watch a movie, or I'm going to go eat popcorn, or I'm going to eat food, go out to eat, hang out with my friends. Do something. Celebrate. Just shout out. Be like, hey guys, I just achieved this goal. Put that on the Mech Nation. Is a great way to shout out yourself and your achievements. Go to the Mech Nation. Stream it, record a video, whatever. Just do something. Go do and celebrate your successes. Even the smallest successes. It could be as small as, dude, today I only ate 3 meals a day, 3 meals for the day, and ate less than 2,000 calories. So I achieved my first diet day. I don't know how to spell calories, whatever. Right? It can be something small as that. Or, hey, I didn't eat chocolate today. Or, I didn't drink any alcohol today. I didn't do any drugs today. I read a book today. I read 15 pages or 15 minutes worth of a book. I watched one audio. I went to work out, went to the gym. Celebrate those huge successes because they are huge. They are huge milestones because these things will lead you to success. Remember, we're setting goals for success. So you want to celebrate because you're one step closer to achieving your actual goal. Your goal might be to weigh 200 pounds. Great. I went to the gym today. Boom. Celebrate. I went to the gym tomorrow. I went to the gym again. Boom. Celebrate. Celebrate your success, celebrate your goals, so your body is motivated. You're constantly pumping yourself with enthusiasm and motivation because you're constantly celebrating success and achievement of your goals. So you want to make sure that you're celebrating, you want to make sure you're having fun, and you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself pumped and motivated by doing these things. Look, after I finish recording this video, I'm going to go celebrate that I recorded this video. It took some time. It took a while with timing and work and everything. It took me a while to figure out when I'm going to record. But you know what? I saw an opportunity yesterday at midnight to go ahead and record this before work. Boom, I did it. Right? So I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate by, reading a book, by posting some more things. Man, celebrate your events. Celebrate, and celebrate all your goals. Small goals, big goals, huge goals, doesn't matter. Celebrate. Tell people, tell the person that you have weekly calls with, tell them, hey, I achieved my goal. It doesn't have to be at the end of the week. Right now, if you achieved it today and you have 4 more days before the call, send them a text, call them, email them, whatever. Hey, I achieved one of my goals. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right? So make sure one of the most important steps, celebrate. Celebrate. With that, guys, that was the 6 steps to how to set goals for success. I know they're very simple goals. I know they're very simple steps, but trust me, they will lead you to success. I'm simplifying the process. All right, so let's go through this one more time to really think about the different 6 steps that we have, and with that, I will be done for today. Alright guys, so let's finish off with an overview of the 6 steps. So the first one that we talked about was decide. Right? This is the most important. This is your flagship guy right here. You want to make sure you decide what you want to do, what your goals are. Decide on your goals because these are your future goals. This is your lifeline goals. So decide what you want to achieve in your life. Number 2, we're going to set a timeline. Alright, so with this one, we're just setting a date. When do we want this accomplished by? This is very important because we want to make sure we are determined to set that date and accomplish it by that date. It's a weird psychological thing, but when you keep looking at it and telling yourself that you want to achieve it by this date, man, you will. You're going to be like, dude, I got to get this done. And with that, a quick hint on that, when you set that date, start setting goals, which we'll talk about in the next one. Start setting goals right now to help achieve that goal. So moving on to step number 3 is to break it down. All right. So when we're breaking it down, that's when we want to make sure every day we're doing something to achieve that goal so that we can make it by that date. Because you might set that date from a year from now, and you'll be like, oh, I got a whole year to worry about it. I'll worry about it like in December. No, January 1st, whenever you set this goal, it could be July 1st, July 2nd, August 21st, 22nd. Man, it doesn't matter. Set that goal and start setting goals every single day to go ahead and achieve that. Right? Because it's going to take a lot of goal setting before you can actually achieve that goal sometimes. And you want to make sure you're starting early and finishing. If anything, you'll finish early, which is even better. All right? So just keep setting and breaking down goals and setting smaller goals. Number 4, we're going to tell someone. Right? Another very important goal right there, or step. This one is very important because you're telling someone, you're keeping yourself accountable, you're having weekly calls, you're forcing yourself to do the work, you're forcing yourself to go ahead and get it done because someone else is holding you accountable. All right? Step number 5 is keep going. And I spelled keep wrong. As you can see, I am not an English major, but we're going to keep going. Step number 5, keep going. Keep on going. No matter what happens, you got to keep on going. This, I would say, is arguably the second most important step. You keep on going. Just like when you decide, you got to keep on going to be able to actually succeed. You got to keep on going no matter how bleak and no matter how dark and how long and how unachievable your goal seems. Keep on going. Now, last step. We're going to celebrate. Celebrate small. Celebrate big. Celebrate all the time. Celebrate often. Every day, celebrate if you want to. Doesn't matter. Celebrate as much as you need to keep yourself motivated and pumped to keep on going and to keep on deciding and creating all these next steps. All right, so these are the 6 steps that I use to create success in my own life and that I've seen other people use to create their success in their lives. Right? You want to decide, set a timeline, break it down, tell someone you're gonna do those goals, you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna celebrate for every single small accomplishment that you have. 6 simple steps. I guarantee you they will lead you to success if you just follow them. Do everything that I just told you. If you follow along, make sure you follow along and write everything out. Rewatch these videos. Rewatch the video or videos depending on how I have this all broken down. And keep rewatching it until you fully get it, until you're fully committed in doing all these things. Get yourself a planner. Get yourself a calendar. Get yourself a notebook. Whatever you need to get yourself a whiteboard. I mean, on the other side, because there's 2-sided whiteboard, I have all my goals that I have for the week. For my daily goals, I have them in my planner. I use the whiteboard, I use my planner, I use the computer, I use everything to keep myself accountable, to make sure I'm doing all these goals and setting everything. All right, guys, besides that was how I set goals for success. Look forward to another video where I'm just going to go talking about why goals are important and a little bit more in-depth about goals, but that's going to be in a later video. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name was David Mechura, and before I let you guys go, make sure you like this video, share this video, and also check out the Mech Nation on Facebook or themechnation.com, as there's links all down in the description below, because that's a great networking opportunity for you guys to create a strong network and be around strong-willed people. With that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.